Hello there, little ones, and welcome. Settle in for tonight's special explainer. Go ahead and take a nice, deep breath. Snuggle up under your absolute warmest blankets and just let the busy day fade away. Tonight, we're going to softly dive into a truly magical journey. So, close your eyes for just a moment, let your whole body relax, and let's begin our cozy adventure. Tell me, have you ever found something truly magical? Maybe a perfectly smooth stone, a beautiful autumn leaf, or even a secret hiding spot right in your very own garden. I want you to imagine, right now, walking through the soft green grass and seeing a tiny glimmer of light. Just a little secret, waiting right there for you to discover it. Well, our story begins in a quiet little village. This village was peacefully nestled right between these rolling green hills, and living there was a girl named Clara. Now, Clara had a very curious heart, and honestly, more than anything else in the whole world, she loved helping others. On one crisp, cool autumn morning, as the leaves were falling like gentle rain, she was walking through the forest, and that's when she stumbled upon something hidden in the grass. Hidden right there in the grass lay a strange, glowing key. It was golden, and as she picked it up, it felt wonderfully warm to the touch. The key was covered in these intricate, beautiful little carvings of hearts and tiny stars, and right in the middle, shimmering in the sunlight, were these very words: "Kindness unlocks all doors." Clara stood there, kind of wondering where such a beautiful key might fit. Just then, a gentle voice softly hooted from above. Clara looked up and met Oliver, the wise old owl, a really gentle forest friend. He ruffled his soft feathers and explained to Clara that this glowing key, well, it chooses only those with pure, kind hearts. He told her it could open magical doors in our world, but only when kindness is shown. Oliver tilted his head and he asked, "Are you ready for the journey?" And Clara? She eagerly nodded. So our explainer tonight is going to peacefully guide us through Clara's gentle journey. A quiet morning in the forest, a sunny afternoon in the meadow, and a sleepy evening by the lake. Let's open our first door together. Chapter 1, The Lonely Rabbit. Oliver the Owl guided Clara to a small, hidden blue door right in the middle of the quiet forest. Clara gently placed her warm golden key into the lock, and she turned it. The door creaked open and, well, behind it sat a sad little rabbit named Theo. He was all alone in a field where the flowers had lost all their bright colors and just withered away. His little soft ears were drooping down. Have you ever felt a little shy or lonely just like Theo? It's a heavy feeling, isn't it? Theo whispered to Clara, "No one plays with me because they think I'm too shy." But Clara knew exactly what to do. She knelt right beside him and softly said, "Theo, sometimes being shy makes us special. I'll play with you." Clara spent her entire afternoon just showering Theo with kindness. They picked flowers together, they told each other wonderful stories, and they played endless games of hide and seek among the trees. She showed him that he was an absolutely wonderful friend, exactly as he was. And as they laughed and played, the sad, withered flowers all around them suddenly began to bloom again, bursting with beautiful colors. Theo smiled so brightly. And as Clara held the golden key in her hand, she noticed it was glowing even brighter and feeling even warmer than before. Her kindness, you see, was waking up the magic.
Now we climb up high. Chapter 2, The Stuck Squirrel.
Oliver fluttered his wings and led Clara to another hidden door way up high in an ancient tree. Clara carefully climbed up, placed her key in the lock, and opened the green door. Inside, she found a little squirrel named Luna. Poor Luna was crying, tangled up in a messy pile of twigs. She'd been trying so hard to build her nest, but she just got stuck. But Clara didn't even hesitate. Even though the rough branches scratched her hands just a bit, she reached right in to help her new friend. Working together, Clara followed a gentle recipe for a cozy nest. First, she carefully untangled the twigs from Luna's fur. Then, she helped Luna gather the softest green moss and the most colorful autumn leaves from the forest floor. Finally, working side by side, they built a safe, warm, new home. It was, without a doubt, the absolute coziest nest Luna had ever seen. Luna chirped with such joy, thanking Clara for not giving up on her, even when it was hard work. And the magic returned. The golden key shone even brighter, casting this beautiful golden light through the tree branches. A comforting warmth completely filled Clara's heart. The evening approaches. Chapter 3: The Frozen Fox. As the quiet evening began to settle in, Oliver guided Clara toward a door made entirely of shimmering, sparkling ice near a quiet frozen lake. As Clara unlocked it, she noticed the golden key suddenly felt just a little heavier in her hand. There, she found a little fox named Finn. The evening air was getting chilly, and Finn was staring sadly into the icy lake. He told Clara that he'd dropped his family's precious heirloom, a tiny golden bell, right into the freezing water, and the lake was far too cold for a little fox to dive into. Clara faced a really scary task here. I mean, the freezing, icy water would absolutely sting the skin. But you know what? Kindness sometimes means making a really brave choice when things are hard. Clara took a very deep breath, told Finn not to worry, and waded right into that chilly water to help. She shivered as the cold water swirled around her, but she searched and searched until her fingers brushed against something smooth. It was the golden bell. She brought it back to Finn, who was wagging his tail with pure joy. He told Clara she was literally the bravest and kindest person he had ever met. And then, as she dried off, the kindness key reached its most beautiful glow yet. It glowed so brilliantly it lit up the entire sleepy forest, just like a giant cozy lantern. Let's head back home now. The magic unfolds, a village of love. With her heart so full, it was time to head home. Oliver guided Clara back to her quiet little village, just as the night sky filled up with twinkling stars. And as Clara stepped into the sleeping village, something magnificent happened. The key gently floated right out of her hand. It drifted high into the night air and slowly transformed. It turned into a giant, beautiful, glowing heart, hovering peacefully above the town, casting a warm, sleepy light over all the little houses. The wise owl, Oliver, looked at Clara and shared a final, beautiful lesson. He whispered, "It's not about opening doors, it's about opening hearts." He told her that her acts of kindness had unlocked the true magic. That glowing heart in the sky, it would stay there forever to remind everyone in the village to be as gentle and kind as Clara. And as our story softly closes, we learn that from that day on, the little village became the happiest place. It was filled with love, soft laughter, and gentle kindness. Clara always remembered to help anyone in need, knowing that a kind heart is really the only key you ever need. As we reach the very end of our explainer tonight, I want to leave you with one final thought as you drift comfortably off to sleep. How will you use your kindness key tomorrow? You have one too, right there in your heart. Think of who you might help or who you might smile at when the sun comes up. Have a wonderful, restful night, little ones. Sweet dreams.